Okay. Hello, dear friends. 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 Good afternoon. Such a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. And the other day, I went to San Francisco. I was not required to wear a mask, but it was so cold. So I wore this mask just to keep myself warm. And in San Francisco, there was a movie night, kind of movie night. It's in Exploratorium. It's a museum and classroom and fun, children, entertainment, everything together. It's actually also good for adult to learn something, curiosity. So I went there to spend my night, and I had a great fun. There was a documentary movie screening, and they had a presentation. The producer and the person who is being featured in the story. It's a very touching story. So this couple of days, I'm getting more and more interested into documentaries through Nicola's wonderful work. So I just find that is such an interesting thing to open up another person's internal landscape. As in the documentary, Hello Dear Friends, Nicola's documentary. As in the documentary, I remember once I said, we may be just very ordinary people, looks not fun, not interesting, not good looking, not charming, not attractive, whichever way, or maybe also. But when you go into another person's world, when you go deep to chat with someone and listen, and eye to eye listen to someone to hear their story, everyone you can see in everyone, there is a unique, beautiful internal landscape. So this is what I want to do. I want to make my series of stories. The name I already have. Why do I have this name? You need to hold on a little bit. So when I was young in high school, I read a Chinese book digest, this a little magazine. And in one of these magazines, one of the small story is called 女人是一道风景. And I just, at that time, I still not yet understand it. I just feel so romantic, the way to say it. 女人, woman, female woman, 是 is, 一道风景 is a scenery, is an act of scenery, is a piece of scenery, is a unit of scenery. It's just so beautifully put. So from that book was just talking a woman when she is elegant, when she is walking slowly, nicely, with grace. It's just such a beautiful scenery. And then I start to think, not only women, everyone. And you can see the beauty. You can see the internal landscape. You can see one person's character because they are character, because they have character. So I want to make my docuseries. Let's say docuseries. I will want to make my stories of each person, of individual person. I have not yet thought about how to construct this story. Maybe you can help me. I want to make it a series of different stories. I want to tell ordinary people's life, like other people through documentary tells my story. We want to tell ordinary people's life. We want to tell that in the most ordinary people's life, there is fun. There is not even a teeny tiny little bit less fun than big person, than important person, than celebrity, than successful people. We live our life with so much trueness and enjoyment, and it's fascinating, and it's encouraging, it's inspiring. We are beautiful because we are our very true self. So this series of stories will be, you get it, yes, you are a scenery. You are a scenery. I used to tell the story, it's the story of our life. And now I want to make it a little bit with more cinematic transitions, not only one angle, talking, interviewing, or asking questions. I have a lot of these kind of videos, just bring my camera, bring my cell phone, bring my camera, and shooting the other person or recording the other person. I ask questions and they reply. So I want to, even with my cell phone, without any other software, I can crop sound and compile some other different scene and add some music to it to make it more interesting. And in our Yang Haiying YouTube channel, in our YouTube community, we have musicians. And I already contacted some musicians, and they have beautiful music. I can hear their internal landscape, their internal heartbeat, and it's beautiful. So I want to do these kind of stories. And just so I am so inspired. And another thing I need to tell you is I didn't sleep last night. And I also want to share with you this struggle and unable to sleep. I usually do not have problem to sleep. And 1 out of 365 days, I do not have problem. It's something like 0.2, 0.3 of percentage. So let's say 0.285% of my time I have trouble sleeping. And I just find it's fascinating. I could not sleep. I turn around, I do anything, I do everything at home. I do anything, everything, just could not sleep. And then I put my cell phone under my bed because it's just too struggle. I could not sleep. And still, nothing helps. Seeing stories, seeing other people make me even more unable to sleep. So I start to understand the struggle of some of our friends' comments that could not sleep. this happens, I should say, to every one of us. And for me, at that moment, when I finally, although I could not sleep, when I finally stopped to worry, tomorrow is Saturday. I do not need to worry too much. So let me just spend my night to think. So I was thinking, this might be heaven trying to tell me something, right? Our life is always, we cannot always have high time, and we do have low time, mountain, valley, mountain, valley. We come to the valley, and in the valley, it is our time. At this low time, at this trouble time, at this hard time, at this struggle time, it is our time to reflect. And when I think about this, it's actually becomes a gift for me. This unable to sleep, this whole night struggle becomes a gift. It makes me to think. It makes me to think deeper. Right? When we are happy, when we are satisfied, we just do not have poetry in our heart. We just cannot produce. Do I make any sense? I remember there was a Chinese TV program. There was one judge. It's like some country got talent idol program, and one judge was very talented. He produced a lot of very heartfelt, beautiful songs. Musicians, yeah, usually, yes, when they are, I know everyone, when we struggle, we produce beautiful songs, heart bleeding, that beautiful songs, touching hearts. And then he got a girlfriend, and one of the girlfriend was actually one of the candidate to participate in this judging program, in this talent program. And he fell in love, and then eventually they get married, they got kids. And he said, I do not have any new songs. I do not have any new creations. He did not say reason, does not need to say reason. When you do not have that struggle, when your life is good, you just cannot talk so deeply and profoundly. Do I make any sense? Have you ever seen a person live good life, very free, and producing wonderful songs? I do not see. Well, there are people who are rich, but they are not happy, maybe. Well, anyway, we will not discuss about that matter. But the point I want to point out is that all the struggles, all the problems are gifts from heaven. Heaven knows we need to stop. We need to slow down. We need to think. We need to reflect. We need to readjust our schedule, our plan, our activity. And we need to pivot. We need to find a new direction, find a new way, find a new hope, a new goal. And that is just the best thing. I think also this is the karma of my happiness for the previous couple of days, right? If you are so happy, you must be unhappy to balance out, so that you are in the middle of your emotional spirit. Do I make any sense? In Chinese, we have a saying, 爬得高摔得狠. So you jump on top, higher you jump, higher you climb, the lower you will fall down, the stronger impact, the harder you will fall down, right? Do I make any sense? I think this is the karma. And I think also it is time that I need to do something to pay in advance for the karma that is coming in my way. I need to do some effort. That's the thought. And just want to share with you, whenever you struggle, learn to think in different way. I had trouble, and last night I was thinking in a very negative way. I get into a dark tunnel, and it is now when I speak out, I relatively get myself enlightened. But it is true, at that moment, it was hard. Let's just accept we all have that hard time. And let's also, through this experience, through my experience, learn to think differently. Learn to think differently. It is trouble. I am doing something right, and that is not the end. The bad thing, the thing that I did wrong, is the starting point for me to do something right, for me to get up, for me to stop, to put an end, to put a pause. We cannot put end to bad things. To put a pause on it and rebalance ourselves. Do I make any sense? Okay, here is a little bit about the footage. What you are seeing, the footage, was that we went to San Francisco, and the three of us, my son, my husband, and me, we went together. We share the same car, and my husband went to an activity, my son went to another activity, and I myself went to my movie documentary screening activity. So I did not know where to go. I have an extra hours, so I was just thinking. I remember there was a place called Quiet Tower, and it's something interesting. So I went. My son drove me up to Quiet, Quiet Tower, and he drove away and dropped me there, and I went from the tower down, and beautiful scenery. Oh, look at that, right? You have already seen the scenery, so beautiful. And today, San Francisco looks a little bit different. There was very clean. The streets does not have many people. It's it's a little bit sad feeling, but that I feel there is a lot of poetry in it. There is romantic feeling in it. There is serenity in it. I really enjoy it. I love it. So that's about it. And here I am waiting for picking up my sister in the airport. Now the flight is about to land. I got to go. Thank you very, very much. I love you. I really do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Cuckoo, bye, bye. Also, here is a call for action. I will use this modern word. A call for action. If any of you are happy to be in my story series, you are a scenery. Let me know. Don't be shy. If you already have a YouTube channel but not have a lot of people, let's work together. And by sharing this, it boosts up me, it boosts up you, because our community, I feel this is a very warm, cozy community. And if you do not want to be featured, do not want to show your face, or do not want to show too much of your personal things, you can also tell me the story, or let me know the story, or let me make up a story. A lot of time, I do not need people to tell me much. There is one friend send me paintings. I do not. She said, do I need to give you some more information? I said, no. Your painting, your hand, your expression, I can see. I can see your story. Or maybe I can make up your story. Do you want me to make up your story? I love you. I really do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Cuckoo, bye, bye. Oh, I do not want to go. Cuckoo, bye, bye.